Demunsam at the bro. They are good demunsam bro. The focus necessary choir be faswa. You be disca. Dan na me catch us say obi odibo echi bia team owners ne kra omunya aye omu dividend. Players eji o market you asaso na coaches groundsmen obia jini ejiska e wo football mo except supporters. And my MYBET.AFRICA for the abase. Usu audi agro nechi no also first car. Chendra Chelsea ewini and do almost say MYBET because so me share through goals. Ka Chelsea ewini kama na ubuse no na wo so ye cash out. Inti also oni entra na ye no room ye be analyze games na ma otumi hu de ekone de ba se na be ya also kwa kotu de ska kotu ekira. Who said the other corner, quite be as also be this kind of be to me. I show me live. Our Facebook or call a street is watching and I say ABN Radio 1. Our Facebook on Sabekan is also now call a MYBET.AFRICA TV. Our YouTube on Sabe to me. I can your Telegram account no ho and I just Casam dry you do on in Yasam Katuakra. You the all in the tomb now so they are two they so the Kakra to a tree. Na fi bibia tumi akonkan uremu a channel so say dia na link na ya pin to profile no click so a no your registration na bibia so no atumi akoye na wa load this kakra de ade e de aguso de bia ka kire mu say bet responsibly memfa wo dan sika ana wo school fees in bet suanyansa 20 bia na de to akire 10 bia na de to akire nice then wedi bet no wedi kese kura ye sika ketu abi ne didi kese da no man edi 3 billion 3 billion OCDC less than 10 cedis no de to achire what I say into the woman no bomo de ana fe woni entra na be bibia antumi den enko show na live MYBET and aso asase na akwa blue mineral water and aso yasen ye hwe na fe 10 so club world cup no nya easy o Yasem Ketwa. Utimi say South American teams no. Uni Bob Bruta, and Boca Juniors. I don't want Benfica. Yasem Ketwa kra. But game na end 2-2 and a fee a course for Honoma. Menoka say Utimi say yes. Esperance Utimi no dan mekasa bafem. Flamingo chiomu bomu 2-0 honum. Esperance and to me and Simoje. The Ghanaian team and as African team bako edi kan de den eduntwo hono me ne bako so be de bebo mama lady sundance so be de bebo ansa na work of Morocco so abone de na bibia tumi akoye hono transfer window na nya ize omo bie nya asem keto akra se Chelsea ene Olympic Lyonnais akodi nkomo akra wo so bi wo friend Malik Fofana ofri Belgium akra no obobo bruta but hu susarodo Chelsea for align up in case Gittins there na ntumi cross the line no mind there amakwa kofa ne de naba na afi ono so aba besi akan de ama Chelsea ndo Chelsea game no tumi say yes nyasem keto 2-0 na manfo dodo na very impressed with debutant for mienu a esi akan Dario Usungu and afi abranti a friend no Liam Delap Leand Delap no akwa no obe bobo bruta de ama Chelsea yibe room na afei yedim hu enkomo na bibia so no etumi akonkan Chelsea to make big clean sheet there madodo na say it was against a team a friend no Los Angeles FC nti yibe room sa game no afei yedim hu popo ye etumi edi aba e ho no nti wa join show na no abomode ana wotumi ayen wotumi I like it. Now I share na be to me akonkan. Ti se na me dey kan Flamingo share Esperance 2-0. So and Botafogo share mienu Benfica share mienu and Chelsea so share mienu ma Boboko a ye friend no Los Angeles so into me ante. Fluminense and so ne Borussia Dortmund 4 p.m. and as I game no e be koso ene and about 7 p.m. River Plate and Orowa Reds ebebo na Osam Motors ene Sundance Melody Sundance team we dia Osam mutumi omu adwuma 10 p.m. and as game no so ebekoso anti Dortmund from Ineze no 4 honoma eno yede nchemu ba Benedict wase yenhwe na yenra nsem ne mu na yenhwe se bibia so no ebetumi akọ yehwe ne mu se ebetumi ede exclusive interview etumi ede aba yetwen yabe mpanifo ne ba yebetumi de akachi ne nya etumi ede ama Benedict mma akọ aba
list to me
yenhwe MYBET education no ketwa bi na afi yemra transfers no any club World Cup no.
Yes, we come MYBET education. The only says up a betting platform a betting fiscal. MYBET.AFRICA. FIFA Club World Cup we. On my dream say omudi bibia to akwemu. Seni sika sem no betimi akoyi. Enunti no say up bibia betimi fiscal MYBET.AFRICA.
Okay.
If you am be mo bia ni say up bibia twa FIFA Club World Cup na MYBET. Ade nti ameka sa ne say omoye deposit. Uye depositor. Unya extra 10% of deposit now yeah
no. Okay.
So udi sika kakra to echi se odi kwa kutwa bet no. Na MYBET for ama sika kakra aka ho a obetimi de twa bet nti ene Dortmund game obebo obetimi aye o deposit si aye di nkomo. Uni account on MYBET nso akọ www.mybet.africa. O join here ade a obetimi aye ne say 3 simple steps. Na wonso wetimi de nya account. Oko top right corner be icon be a circle ni green. Odo nsa boss wa. The next thing registration. Umia registration is our phone number we use to phone number ni shame. The next thing username. Username ni betimi wa wudi betimi a unique name betimi a din bia but mostly no fa number ba ku mienu count and be man unique. Now after the about password no register. On be send verification code now to their verify we are and no one wa became busuan ho. We are depositors are extra 10% am MYBET they check ni customers na no so betimi nya bi ama FIFA Club World Cup e ba so yi on so betimi afiscal MYBET.AFRICA nya hope omo se bra na oni omo bra betu e wa aviator no nti aviator de utu na on so diska.
Okay.
Nti we cash back omo de my 5% cash back on aviator. Wo hwe yen show you be hu QR code no fa phone na fa scan.
Okay.
O scan na fa join aviator na me so no on so betimi tu aviator ni bi nya pilot penny to plane. Unso betima wo fie etimi to play wa aviator esandiska edbeden edbetu bottom.
All right. Yenhwe transfers na kakra na afi yemra na yemeremu ewo club World Cup no.
Yeah, list to say we are transfers ma yenim say there are conversations going on especially in na transfer windows na our confirm kakra clubs ni bebre ni wo the competitions ekoso enso insema ekoso Barcelona my dream said this season ombewe mu edinya no matrocho ato ha no munya ya omupeni na no ombe so mbetimi enya nti ene ohwa Barcelona egusu ebo Atletico Bilbao for pon mu ebisa Nico Williams on semsem yehu in recent post player friend Lamine Yamal e posti play with picture on Nico Williams Rafinha so posti picture ene Nico Williams nti ma fans ni hu say there be senia informations we kokoko so idie ebia na bibi koso we chi obi enim but as at now adia koso ne player friend Nico Williams wa Barcelona for ati say onya Barcelona team no bebo.
Okay.
TNA adia say Barcelona for ya ne say to trigger the release clause no, that is a £58 release clause and a €58 release clause omo trigger we are and one no they are kai omni player ne komodie nim say adentia clubs like Chelsea Arsenal muntimi wemu ye salary structure no and emu edin. But a Spain league now, perhaps need to ye. Upper league, I realize him to ye pa Spain. Into any why you say opposite Bobo Spanish La Liga near league beer, or mutuya ye pa. Into any opposite rim, no team Bobo or Barcelona. Now Barcelona a team beer, I think, on down for 4. The Spanish national team no on down for ye pa, Lamine Yamal more, Pedri more, Gavi mu now.
Okay.
I need so Rema, and yen baby for a baby beer. Like Humberton obetimi abobo ni ye na enyama na etimi akoye but say oba Barcelona ye na enim say positioner player friend Nico Williams position of pebo ye pa ene the left wing position ene ye nim say one of Barcelona's best players ono na occupy that position no eno ene player friend Rafinha nti ene mpese ewemu kakra ewo me pese ewemu kakra ewo we friend saying Rafinha any Nico Williams omu nkomo mu kakra na afidi ye hwe sene anyama betimi akọ nti minim se virus e de beto so amaya na ehwe mu player data ne kakra se nei se Nico Williams e be join Barcelona oni Rafinha na be pre ho ohwe age wise Nico Williams edi 22, Rafinha 28 years. Ohwe we progressive carries, say be a player kuta ball. No beti media pushing the opponent amana konechi a. Nico Williams we nimpa ye sin Rafinha. Oma 97%, na Rafinha so ama 58% ho. Dribbles Nico Williams and so ma 97, na Rafinha ma 52 ho. Eba non penalty goals a ho na Rafinha ahoden wo. Say be enye penalty ono no obse embo short mfi echinhye or the back kan ho ama. Na ohwe XGs any assist side na Rafinha san win pa assist Rafinha win key passes Rafinha win and attacking action enso ya there we Nico Williams win into hear these two players ne graph that's why a man that feeling of obia on the greater side etimi boa timiti ne otimi nya these two players their games are be here Nico Williams ne progressive carries e wo game mu their games are be here Rafinha ono so be man that we are friends saying SGs and key passes no into these are two players as a Barcelona timi nyoma e betimi abo mu ye but ade ba kon so e ba be ni je ni say meaning say Rafinha cry or a player bia or Barcelona just for the right wing position but Lamine Yamal bo a watimi ada ne di no enu nti na wetimi movie called the left wing and nei obetimi remain as a number 10 obetimi abo as a number 9 obetimi abo a lot of positions in this Barcelona setup. Nico Williams addition to Barcelona will be something key and important for Barcelona. The next transfer you go to Barcelona na goalkeeper friend Juan Gracia ene you who say clubs ni bebre ko no uko La Liga you can goalkeeper ni save rate e wo soro you can goalkeeper obon ho modern you can goalkeeper say upe bibie free we your friend is saying goalkeeper betimi ama ball playing BBA on one of the best goalkeepers in Spanish football. Though say Obama team memfa ne say only top flight ni mu to say bia omo mutimi call the Champions League or boy Espanyol but age wise enyamo ye no anu edin ye. Na Barcelona so betimi atwe no about Barcelona during the end of the season no training Barcelona for camper no obon home day so betimi adjoin. Ne BBA timi akoye but Barcelona hwese kwan bia so no the never be team no. So about Barcelona, there is a conversation between Chesney, Barcelona for anything, the likes of Ter Stegen, Barcelona anything. You who said there are conversation about Barcelona ama Ter Stegen at say so person ojitu mudia bet me to an salary na kan na ndi wakọ pe club for akọ. Bene Ter Stegen is why na dream say ono so person otina Barcelona no team compete with any goalkeeper beba even with Chesney say Chesney na bet na ho person on ne compete. Ene enye mwase by the end of next week Juan Gracia eba be Barcelona goalkeeper oba be one of the important figures in Hansi Flick setup no. Ohwe data between these two goalkeepers into details ohwe goalkeepers about defensive action say goalkeeper etimi command defensive works etimi born homodin a Juan Gracia ema 92.5 na Ter Stegen ama 0.6 inti emutwe ye papa eba aerial claims say goalkeeper betimi akowie metimi ache ball Juan Gracia ema 98 na Ter Stegen ama 13 eba exit say bia ho akire no ontimi bobo no ntimi enkwa embambe ye error leading to goal Juan Gracia ema 95% na Ter Stegen ama 89 na passes oma 22 ene ade ba kwa Ter Stegen ewo nenim because him say Ter Stegen one of the most goalkeepers as a ball playing obon homodin wo. Apart from that BBA long short passes ni BBA goalkeeper friend Juan Gracia etimi beating so share graph that we screen ye ni ma Ter Stegen ene red no ena Juan Gracia ene blue no.
Is he coming to compete for number 1 position against Chesney?
Yes.
And I say he is coming to compete against Ter Stegen or Obianim say he's even his way he's on his way out of Barcelona.
Yes, as of now, the Barcelona for ama Ter Stegen at say omo person omunya goalkeeper for ba. Inti kwan bia so no obetimi ape bia fa. Obetimi aboa team ni team ne pese suma wa sumom ni nti no. Ne contract aka no person mutu iska ni mpoma no. Na ndie bia ono as a free agent betimi aboa na ma ni move to a new club. As of now no, Juan Gracia Barcelona team as the number 1 goalkeeper.
Okay.
Chesney renew the contract was signing another year for Barcelona but still Juan Gracia as the number 1 goalkeeper. That Spanish background, Nicolas Buano, Adeba Spain for her say, Unai Simons, omutumi nyanka one guy see performance of Barcelona betimi aboa mo no betimi aba be the number 1 goalkeeper sending who the likes of Valdez mu etimi occupy that Spanish number 1 shirt nti enei obemu a Chesney ebeboa no aba be beat back up amano but Ter Stegen de kwan bia so no Barcelona for person omu ja no kwan but omu mpese omu diske bi tu nechi a eba be ti say the transfer ni be den enu nti na nkomo na ekoso say okay endie yentu our salary ne ma ni release you nti as a free agent there no there utimi nya extra even bonuses and extra signing on fee who move it to any club clubs like Man United any club being so share the surgeon in ye pan so so betimi add no to their team enye mo say betimi omutimi release ni we are we hear clubs like Chelsea any other Bayern Madrid so betimi nya an experienced goalkeeper in Ter Stegen. There are sometimes at German clubs no more say Ter Stegen e betimi aba be come ho a I think moving for Barcelona at the back
okay,
because as of now, so one guy say on the bar, a Spanish goalkeeper against a German goalkeeper in a Spanish team there. One you look at the Spanish goalkeeper would get the nod ahead of you, especially with age-wise Buano, and they are trying to build a younger team. Juan Gracia is one of the most exciting goalkeepers coming in at 24 years. Ejuma Oyen and wedding year pa. You share other transfers share Chelsea. In him say Chelsea ni Gittins. In common course so na bibia eba na Chelsea hwe se FIFA Club World Cup registration no on betimi de na ka ho ama na timi aba be ka omu team no going into the tournament because Chelsea tournament you omu ko wingers somewhere trip that is we are friends saying Pedro Neto, Noni Madueke and Tarek George, even Tarek George academy graduate you know remember say we experience wingers away team number 2 and Tarek George aba be ka if there is any injury to this Chelsea wingers a problem betimi aba in the Chelsea setup. Internally, no more so omude Gittins. E betimi de ewura team num. Etimi abon ho modern say obetimi aboa akwakobo e wo FIFA Club World Cup. Be hu se ne ana nkomo ne kwa kusi. Dortmund for your margin say kwan bia so no. Say Chelsea intimi ntua in the excess of 60 million and above. Omo your margin say omunjai. Gittins say money move to Chelsea because omo hu say player na important e ma Chelsea. Omo hu say Jadon Sancho moja team no akọ. In the Chelsea conversation, Chelsea the first bid call that is 35 for me reject here, 45 for me reject here. And at Chelsea your margin send the FIFA Club World Cup never near be di nkomo. In common in now course no Chelsea a profile of winger. Now we are seeing two potentials are meet me aka say they meet that standard of Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea profile of wingers no players mienu. That is Gittins any player friend Malik Fafana of team IF obo Lyon enei yenim say Lyon team no inyama bebre sim nti ope play free Lyon na usika sem ne ya kwan bia so no ombetimi eja awo am wetimi nya sa player no ohwe these two players are age wise omo yepe they are 20 years young talent they would bring a lot into the game of Chelsea progressive carry senior me share on Nico Williams any Rafinha de no Gittins Emma 96.8 na Fafana ama 97.3 nti e ba se yenkuta ball ne mfa nko yenim and driving here Gittins entimi mpo emben player friend Fafana the next thing say yenkuta ball ne ntwe dribbling Gittins ma 99% it means that he's one player or ma that ability okuta ball na ne twe no effective in your game ohwe Maresca style of player ohia that winger obetimi atwe 1v1 or no percent wingers ninya the fullbacks no 1v1 so these two players are quality and they can help the Chelsea setup. You share key passes in a game Gittins ML 85.0 na Fafana ML 78 na you share attacking action say be a nipa nko box no munko ebibi Gittins ML 97 na Malik ML 86% into here these two players are quality wise they are on top notch o here graph mpo a edemu a Gittins and a red and a Malik Fafana and a blue no but this graph no to move say distance near kitu be difference in your mumu and nunti na Chelsea no transfer market wise no Malik with 30-40 Chelsea bet me no Gittins in himself Borussia Dortmund mo Matthias say 60 million and on bet me dey atwe no about Chelsea into any Chelsea fan bia e be bisa say Malik Fafana and the ball ben no abo or left-footed player but me ball with both feet and the performance was really a young talent why not Jane say he wants to explore and also play so well Lyon team no more build there there are 2 wingers. That is Nyama now performing ye mom. Malik Fofana was also performing from the left winger. Ebuama team Koye. So if Chelsea are to add Malik Fofana and Gittins, any of them would help this Chelsea setup, especially on the left wing position. But so Bisamia on player profiling wise, I think Gittins is ahead of Malik Fofana. Gittins in that Champions League football, Gittins in that experience in the English flight to Manchester City Academy da. So he has that experience. Gittins will be an ideal player for Chelsea ahead of Malik Fofana. But said Dortmund, you say only Dortmund here transfers the Musika Semno, Omupeso Mujibia. Intene say Chelsea and me nya Gittins any more say they will go in for Malik Fofana would come and help with the left wing position. You say if they are to add another left winger, or they are looking at now giving player Freno, Terry George more time to help the likes of Gittins or Malik Fofana also in this Chelsea setup.
Okay, so that is the transfer news. Yeah, very good. And yashe ade munchiche muno etumi ade abana Andy Robertson to
Atletico.
And so
no senya nyama ekika kono ababe eti say Andy Robertson no make a decision here because on your Liverpool team no more better. On pese the scenario babe say Kekes no ba no enu na odwane because Andy Robertson might say in a press say kwan bia so no Liverpool a top club. Na Liverpool a top club no competition ya de ba ko a eboa e wo team bia mo. Nti no obe onya ya there will be another player coming in to compete with him to bring the best out of him. And him say initially at first we Timakas and air compete but I heard level of Andy Robertson and Timakas they are far ahead. Inti Kekes will be obey mo betimi abo Atletico so betimi ade no but Atletico enei my dream say Andy Robertson transfer into me and Komua they are looking at other options they are looking at including those players and if Andy Robertson transfer no into me and Komua Atletico I na dream say obewe mu ewo Lucas Digne of Aston Villa. Also a perfect left back. Into me and the Robertson and Lucas Digne.
Chiwa.
Bench, yes, Benchiwo. Edu baby come by on Benchiwo, but I don't know how the conversation is going on. I think Benchiwo a player be Chelsea 20 million could be major amount. And maybe Atletico also share a long-term project and that maybe but okay Lucas Digne and Benchiwo, I think age-wise they are on the same level. Yes, Intino. They could
now
also
class over experience.
Yes, Benchiwo about Champions League, not the highest level.
Yeah, well, Champions League.
Intines one thing that they could look at maybe in the agent and they say to me we mudi this and community me boa and inyama timi koye and then Darwin Nunes.
Yes. Napoli. Or Sancho.
Yes. Napoli 4% more margin said Darwin Nunes or Mutimi Cheno. Inteno B bisa say Lukaku and Darwin Nunes in this Napoli setup. Inyama betimi akoye amo. I think they are 2 exciting players. Okay, Darwin Nunes style of play now, or also use pace, strength, any power. To say Lukaku use now, so they are similar profile. But any say Darwin Nunes beat me in a Real Liverpool team, in Real Napoli team now. Meaning, say there is a question mark on Liverpool because they will try to add another striker. Honor, we don't know Victor Osimhen. There were little rumors about Liverpool inquiring about him. Player friend Victor Gyokeres, there were also rumors about Liverpool inquiring about him. Into the Darwin Nunes development. You say, Antonio Conte, why not doing say Napoli for man 200 million on the better players? We have players 8 to 9. Say Kelvin De Bruyne account.
I saw per Sancho.
Yes,
Darwin Nunes. I think if these 2 players say to me join here, that would be some level of upgrade.
Yes, Sancho, he would be a good fit for team friend in Napoli. Won't say Kvaratskhelia free honor. They didn't get a good player occupying that left wing position. And Sancho, the way of the ball, the way of carry ball, the Italian league, different from the Premier League. The way Sancho handle ball, the Italian league, he will dominate there because defenders need more that physical, but aggressive tackling. In Tisania Sancho, of all the ball, bet me you will free him. It will really help him. So Darwin Nunes, Sancho. Going to Napoli, especially they going into the Champions League next season, will be a very good upgrade. Because if you have Lukaku starting a game, now Lukaku now the Darwin Nunes also with pace, strength, any box presence is a good addition for Napoli. I bet me about Antonio Conte. That conversation around him say every season be obey right Europe no performance ni nko ye this season obetimi a cancel side and obetimi nya good players.
I'm looking at Sir Osha Sancho.
Yes.
Akwan afa so ne Ten Hag fall out.
Yeah.
Say coach na call into the media and wakwa calling out.
Yeah.
And also responding no more relationship breaking. Now with Antonio Conte him say he's also that type of a coach that don't shy away to call out players, call out everybody in the media. No, is he looking at that and answer now? He thinks he has matured, and for that matter, if a coach calls him out, he'll be able to handle the situation much better.
Yes, so Oshe Antonio Conte, yes, he's one coach. He likes to call out players. He do sometimes being put time and not in Inter Milan. There were times he called out Lautaro Martinez during training section. They had it was a joke like Moody ago. They had a boxing bout between Martinez and Antonio Conte just to strap things. And Sancho, I think he has matured. He has really matured. And who said the next signature best signing or paper so any club is very important. If so move it to Napoli, I think Nyama we na be woni team or be dreaming in now and son or be signing that contract. And Antonio Conte coach bia opewasem kwan bia so no. If you're able to do idea be man ni agia, he is also able to help you. And until that every club you be move you who say Lukaku we di because he has built that relationship with Lukaku. Into Antonio Conte ni Sancho. So Sancho to me put up that performance or pay on the pitcher. Antonio Conte no any problem. Or no need the say put up the performance, let him win his games. They are keen and fan. But in himself, Antonio Conte coach be moving to club. There are a lot of restrictions on players. In him the likes of Jadon Sancho, Niji, some person me PA me ko Antonio Conte ni ninja side no. I think some time ago about Chelsea, he restricted the players from not eating some particular food, not going out at some particular time. So I think these are one or two things about Sancho team going into this game. But Sancho in himself, as of now, the main focus a club a bit me ne salary of either 280 or 300,000. Into say Napoli be Madrid say we can occupy that salary of 300,000 or 280. He's okay to play for them, which I think Antonio Conte would be a good coach to nurture Sancho and bring the best out of him.
Now, with Marcus Rashford, now it appears Uncle Beko Basa.
Yes.
Now more left there is an opportunity for Nico Williams to join Barcelona. Yeah. What happens to
Marcus
Rashford?
Yes. Osha Barcelona team now, they were looking at two signings this season, especially in the left wing position. No more say either they can add Rashford or they can add Luis Diaz of Liverpool. Call Luis Diaz of Liverpool. The contract was either 60 million for Beto Nafa player and call. Rashford was the lowest, that is 30 million in Kombet Mienya. But who said that 60 million can also trigger the release clause of Nico Williams. That partnership on it, Lamia Mama building with the Spanish national team to be something about Boante. That Rashford, Luis Diaz conversation at die off. And say Aston Villa ain't me and sign Rashford. It was all based on that Champions League or meant me and qualify. So Aston Villa club EPL la clubs are if they are to do any unnecessary transfers the FFP beat me at you. Aston Villa, we have friends saying Everton, and I think Nottingham Forest. These are clubs they've done enough transfers they've not been able to have enough money to cover up. Until Rashford signing would have been on that Champions League qualification. And when as how much Man United boy, I was a bit surprised Man United defeating Aston Villa. Because so player be our person tournament Aston Villa. Team ni here Champions League qualification. And the team media top player now.
So they needed to keep the competition, the competitive nature of the league.
At least CC are no 30 million above.
But they also they don't want a situation whereby people will be saying, "Oh, I say it now." But they just want to keep the integrity of the sports because you see, this brand, on my brain, on my building, they will not allow any room for people to say, "English Premier League no crowd." they know the consequences of some of these things in the Italian Serie. So you can understand why. Yes. The best thing is be competing to me and Shamu. Player no you need sky better go back.
Okay. So the first team on catch Rashford say I think long players we are seeing on the first player catch and go back.
Yeah.
After that game, I'm catch and go back to your club because you need qualify Champions League. Omo say Marcus Asensio, beat me a good deal for him. No make me keep Marcus Asensio. But Rashford, if they are to keep Marcus Asensio and Rashford, meaning they are going to spend over 70 to 80 million up there. Okay. And then the Europa League no kwakobon, the competition doesn't give you enough money like that.
Yeah.
And it will worry them. Saying Champions League and if Champions League money is coming in. And then Rashford, from now to the end of the transfer windows, the likes of AC Milan, Rafael Leao kwa me and saying we didn't come say unya AC Milan will be free. So if Rafael Leao to me move here, he could be AC Milan beat me room 80 million pen. But as of now, AC Milan main focus that center mid positioner. Omune Bayern Leverkusen didn't come on Granit Xhaka. So beat me then about with that experience they won't feel man aboa. So Rashford there. As of now, who's a club ya kon ho. But as time goes on, before the transfer window, I think a good team they will try and get him even a loan deal at another club. Maybe a team there I build the fitness towards a bigger transfer.
All right. It's a club World Cup no. It's club World Cup games in Nafi. Yeah.
Yes, I think in the Club World Cup games, the games need because one na emu the year. Botafogo game on boy and dry the home komo. Na Boca Juniors in dry me kan ha. In dry all time me dem ma ahwefo no. Chelsea the independent sen. Say Chelsea win over 2.5. Boca Juniors ni Benfica mo kan say upe game a cat betimi abemu yie pan esa game no. Because those two teams no, ebe on one say Boca Juniors is Argentinian team, Benfica is Portuguese team. But say the two teams in the lineup to wa. Yeah, the lineup to wa. Argentina players are a teams no a dos ye.
Yeah.
Ubenya Otamendi, Ubenya Di Maria. Now share the other side Argentina fondos into no umbo physical football. Tindra na kwan bia so no cards ya de ba ko betimi piem ndra. Cards etimi pie game no. Yellow cards in kwan 1, yellow cards in kwan 4, and a red cards 3. But Andre Herrera red card there no ni pitch in the phone. Into red cards 3 a certain record. And they FIFA Club World Cup it mean 3 red cards in a competition. And this is the first red card it's me about in the FIFA Club World Cup. I think it was a good game. One thing I mean just South Americans in Undra Mekawa say they come to compete. They are passionate about football. Into no say omoni nkola na ebo, omoni mpenifo na ebo, omojiri omhoboni ye. Into what in recent FIFA Club World Cup competition South American clubs need to be called in bomb modern. There were times in 2012 there was a South American club that's Palmeiras, Chelsea in the final. FIFA Club World Cup.
I think it's Corinthians,
yes. Corinthians, Chelsea, Etimiji. Free Hawkon, they've been performing so well. So I believe they come into tournaments and feel say how many Europeans, there is no much difference between them, so they can compete. In I heard this game, shot on target, Boca Juniors about 10 shot, no about 2 on target. And the corners at the back when to PM has a corners a bit me about because both teams are attacking now. It was a good game. That red card at Timba game, Otamendi, actually say he's one of the most experienced defenders in this setup. This is a season now. Watch a lot of goals. That's what 6 goals. The highest goal tally out Timinya was 4. But this season with me a lot of goals I can't game more Boa Benfica ye. And Ohiamu table ni dia Nyama Timiko ye or now Bayern Munich 3 points 10 goals and a Benfica 1 point, Boca Juniors 1 point and a Auckland City and also 0. Other game I sang course so Chelsea and then Los Angeles FC. I think it was a good game for Chelsea coming into a FIFA Club World Cup tournament or Majibidano. It was one thing that they were looking at, testing new players, testing new styles, no more try other things. In Tindra, Obi Chelsea lineup, no more call with a 4-2-1-3 formation. 4-2-1-3 formation, mostly club me who said last season I'm call with that particular formation in Barcelona. I'm call with a focal number 10, like a focal number 10, 2 wingers are on better touch line more, and that striker obey me about then 2 pivots. That is DM so Mumbejina a protected back line. But the back Enzo Maresca they kind of game no say no either on the right fullback on the left fullback no eba akobeko into those half spaces no tindra game this started Kukurela was occupying those half spaces up front now with James Tosin any Levi Cole I had that three back na man but I think one thing I didn't like about the formation was it was slowing the progress of Chelsea more. I didn't make us and say Lavia a good your friend is saying 6 ultimate drop a ball movie ball in term Caicedo a good tackler of the ball or no ball progression a very solid but one thing I almost mean to me man is say getting closer to the box and adding that key passes key assist or key goals are you name say Enzo Fernandez said they match Chelsea
Anuntina Kopama Jumani so no
yes but on say Kopama no mostly no on also person drop it deep Kopama a player be person be jibon one and no team de nante into anunti you wouldn't be getting that so sharp anything that me Barcelona example no Barcelona be who the likes of Dani Olmo any Fermin Lopez you don't see them dropping because omo we are friend is saying Gavi and Pedri and now Frankie de Jong yes our progression among but Kopama mostly like so be drop it a person that creator of the team it's me Eboa but I think Enzo Fernandez a bit in the second half you could see say his arrival in the box it was good Adeba I have a big question mark on Maresca style of player it's me Atuaso putting Madueke on the left wing position I think Kwame Bisuno or limiting Madueke ball on the ball because Madueke is very good with his left foot.
So Obian himself will make
experiment.
Experiment. There is an emergency, right? There is no Jadon Sancho getting some more and coach Nababontiabe can't clear say they will have to do something there. So obviously,
yes, I think Pedro Neto played in the left wing position several times last season. So if Pedro Neto beat me occupy the left wing, then Madueke would have the right winger he's more comfortable with. Because in the game, Numa, one thing I don't like about mostly Maresca setup, one thing, players are being forced to maybe play some particular rules or mumpe. So meaning, the fans now attack the players, not the coach. At the Inter-Americas and in the Conference League final, you have a lot of bashing on Gusto. Say or you're too weak na then but in the gusto no na who are danger overlapping and also touching the wide areas. Okay say Ombrambe inverting be boss abo no fifi na enya strength. Inti ene ube say people after the game there were a lot of concern about Madueke and now be a lot of people saying a lot of things about Madueke but I think Madueke is more best and effective on the right wing position where he can have a 1v1 dribbling, he can cut in and down, kill the ball or score from that particular position. But from the left wing position, he's purely left-footed, right? And I'm saying I say air fan getting. So mostly find it very difficult to beat a defender with his left foot, especially coming from the left wing position. So I think that exhibition and now exploring now Maresca and it needs to be cut off, especially to be able to fit the player's strength.
He's saying that
yes,
they will need to sign a player. Now they are in the market. Wow, transfer analysis are who indicate is Gittins and Fafana. Yeah. So you can say because of say only Lazarus of players I was outside or into maybe all yeah then all players are made shifts. I'm not sure say he's not aware say playing a left footer there at the left side element and I say it doesn't flow the game because of the system now but no be him say here right footer winger but a situation now banti all tries to obey to me I hold the end. Look, I'm saying is sometimes Chelsea supporters, a lot of people exaggerated too much. If you check the first half, everybody was struggling. Our brightest spot before the goal was scored, our brightest spot was Noni Madueke. He was even sending the balls into the box near the other. Even had a shot on target, and that was a very good save from an experienced goalkeeper like Hugo Lloris. He wasn't that bad. He was dropping back, defending, helping Cucurella. But it appears as a people and it was the attack was not only on or no. I say the attack no they are already waiting for the players number be join Estevao ne getting Sana Malik. Omo banintino. They've already putting Madueke ne Pedro Neto in the trash can already. They are not even looking at no no. The Los Angeles for no, they made things difficult for Chelsea. Even at the start of even Lavia now, Yenim Sonu ne controller, he was struggling. Kopama was struggling. All the players were struggling because new weather. They needed to. Oh, sometimes I was so unya. Now you allow the opponent because we are there on the underdog. They will try to be a little bit away. So what I say? It's where share ni go no because I was looking at the tweets. Now the attacks were on Noni Madueke and Pedro Neto. The moment Pedro Neto share go no and shifted the bar Noni Madueke. But if you look at the statistics anyway, only 4 players and I'm way better than Noni Madueke. As at the time now no park only 4. The Pedro Neto no share go no. The goalkeeper Sanchez. And I think let me be sure
Jackson with our assist.
Something like that.
I think maybe Nicholas Jackson, Cole Palmer.
So Sanchez 7.6 or no ball 90 minutes. Rhys James 7.1. Tosin Adarabioyo 7.3. Levi Kowa 7.1. Marco Cucurella 7.3. Romeo Lavia onunya the least ratings 6.8. Anna Caicedo 7.4. Neto 8.6. Kopama 7.2. Noni Madueke 7.3 and Jackson 7.9. It's only 4 players. 4 players and an year better than a year Noni Madueke. So make me say as a preconceived agenda. And this is a player who is playing not in normal position. Or even the first time our boss our position, everybody was impressed because they never anticipated say na 9 year back peno. Obetime the abos our position. Yes, Pedro Neto be any so no direct into obe corner cross it. But Noni Madueke can cut obe otumi ball inside, otumi go outside. Etumi in the right foot no cry ball shot me a ball on target. So be any say there is nobody there and he is doing a job. And he was tracking back in the other. And that's a personal agenda being at Chelsea. And it has become of a Chelsea fan. I remember Marcos Alonso. Till say Marcos Alonso fit team man. Son realizing who said no. He was basically a key player. A player cannot be this bad when we have opportunity with the national team. A player cannot be this bad. Which are England team now. They have a lot of talent. He cannot be that bad and still get opportunity. Ebi mukraka so mun living wo US one there. What I say? Bibi a kire say situation and abantina all boss our position.
Yes, so I think Sanya Mekan most of the blame no me the Bema Maresca because don't set the especially player on him set target won it, don't set him up for people to get a chance to bash him. In Indra, we saw some inclusions and our Chelsea transfers come here. Lian Dila Obemu na Chelsea fans need your mania G. The glimpses or chair with assist or my 8 key passes, emu 6 and a team core chance to create 2 big chances. It will give them. New now call Enzo Fernandez or Enzo Fernandez a team converted back. The touches in the game na a 15 and now Osha successful dribbles or was 1 or try 1 or Timmy Enya 1 the cross was 1 or a cross back on and also successful. I think Indra will show glimpses of what Chelsea needs in a target number 9. Even though say or that box poacher no Indra or Sanchez other abilities. The other abilities were Otimie runs good runs, utimi finding the players, which it will complement Nicholas Jackson because Nicholas Jackson to me more of that deep four to take the ball and also distribute it. Not or no Delap na I am more of inside runs. It's in Drano. Oba and the balls utimi receive it utimi created those two chances was from Cole Palmer to him and utimi player friend Enzo Fernandez. So I think it's a good inclusion. But after the game, there were a lot of comments going on. I didn't like it, especially from a Chelsea legend, my friend Mikel Obi. The conversation was.
Now Mikel Obi, my legend.
Say also was Champions League at Chelsea, and he played in that Champions League final until a class finals legend.
Now what Champions League final just a legend?
No, a crucial player. Players need agent. So say Adam.
There be one good game. One game, unya good game, just a legend.
Or a legend. Since I signed a class final. I can't say Delap play Chelsea here, Osimhen. But I think people were with him, especially with that Osimhen fight. But since Ababe too obvious, say on when fan say Hurricane crab that Chelsea go for Osimhen ninja Hurricane. Or there is we are seeing my top striker be better who is good at Chelsea and for Osimhen. I think the drive has been more about getting Osimhen to Chelsea than getting a good striker about Chelsea team, no. And I think those comments from him about because there are times that people are looking at you as an experienced professional and giving them tips they can go into games and see. But so downplay a player or Timmy in the first Chelsea game, get an assist and perform so well. It's something that is against you. I don't say we hear other legends bashing their players, but this Mikel Victor Osimhen at the end of also do. I think Liam Delap is what Timinya time my boy. Yesterday he showed good glimpses. I think going forward, Chelsea next game against Esperance, Monet, Flamingo, no, he can get a chance. I want one thing yesterday I was expecting to see in the game was time not Oyi no Madueke, no. I wanted him to bring Jackson on the left wing position, not player. I find Delap occupy that particular number. And I think Jackson, with an ability of ball holding, in the dribbling, in the passing range, he can try him on that left wing position. And maybe Adebakunsu or Enzo Maresca team too. With the two games maybe we can see some. It will be explore one or two things. And I'm also looking at maybe we getting the chance to also see Mike Pendes also imposed to also see. But I think Sanchez, Chelsea fans in front of flowers, man, in Chelsea's last 11 games. He has performed so well. In the saves, the distributions. ABAB or a call off, but the distributions have been good. The saves have been good, and I think he's proving a point at the Inter as of now, still or Chelsea number one.
I feel like he has now accepted the fact that he is not playing for a mid-table team.
Yes.
What I say. Now he has seen said no at this level, every game matters.
Yes.
Every second matters. I feel say at some games you come with Brighton mentality, no. Say at least you 74 points now. But when you are in a team where even friendly game can cost your career, it was our team anymore. I think that you change your mindset, and I think after all you need to know. Bench back could be here or by appreciate it. Say yes, you are good shot stopper. You are very good with the ball, but so I was switched off now. We are not switch it off. We are not switch it off because that Brighton who believe say go be shower. Nobody will scrutinize you now. At Chelsea, no. At Chelsea, every pundit be a kasa. They don't talk about Brighton. They don't talk about way unless a extreme situation be. No, Mbabe can want some. We won't take Omoka Crystal Palace as some. Won't take Omoka.
Maybe Brentford.
There. But at Chelsea, Omoka can want some. Man United, they will talk about it. Arsenal, they will talk about it. Liverpool, they will talk about it. And recently, Newcastle. So because of a second about shame, Omo pay attention to Niskana Omodia Kwakusha. What are they doing? What I say. But Chelsea also say, and I think that he has accepted that. And since that time,
it's may improve.
I hardly say Uhunu, sir, Nadia, or yeah, no. It's immediate. Now, the reason why I didn't want to make it obvious, but I've said, argument. I'm making argument for him. Say, I still think that there is some level of a good goalkeeping in there.
Yes.
Just that oscillation off at some point. And even if they are not going to trust him, then I would love Petrovic instead of
Mike Penders.
Mike Nano.
Okay.
Like new goalkeeper coming. I feel say the investment are honest now a goalkeeping department. We don't need to buy another goalkeeper.
Chelsea will almost get into 9 goalkeepers in their book.
What you say? Now you call
with Bettenleni.
Yes, or no call we.
And there are other 2 goalkeepers being some release.
Yes, some release yeah. Some made on Beko. Then almost say be Slonina no ever be a third choice and I say or no say be over Kuluana bibi. So I feel say Petrovic no the what's coming from a match law or say the guy won the assurance obey number 1.
But I think also an enemy issue. No? You don't come into a team like Chelsea and claim number 1.
But if you are going to say if Chelsea I'm not sure they will tell him say Obabe fighting for the position.
Okay.
What I say. And I don't believe he say, look, I'm one of the best in Europe.
As at now, he is the best goalkeeper in Europe.
So let me be your number 1. But if after everything that I've done, it is still not enough for such assurances now. I can mean to me, let me go. So at this stage, the only thing I've say, you sell him or you sell number 1 so that you make him number 1.
But I think Mimi Nyaya in Chelsea Enfa Philip Jorgensen Enko Strasbourg loan. Then Petrovic Sanchez fight for that number 1 position. Because I don't think
see the point in
the season that these 2 people were fighting.
No, it's that time no fee of MLS na to him say, oh, I'm joining a big club. Right?
Into Bibia Meji.
How Bibia Beche become fee MLS money ever. Oba no be say goalkeeper first choice goalkeeper no one wasa. No be 2 no. Obe 2 no and all the Chelsea here they finish 5th.
Yes.
We no na say ball playing nye. Into one day on konkosuya and na wakwa kusua. It is say wakwa kusua mo bia hu say Europe nya oya de a. Player na o2 no. Ode obo Chelsea be agi we. Ono an say one ne ma me compete for number 1 slot there. No who ni said that be any
because first na ball playing kranya na otwa no. Na say I was improve. Okay, I think Chelsea now no. But me na do we na me feel say Enzo Maresca style of play nso ya de ba kwa maybe Ninja Petrovic but as said
no, it's more like I said they don't want to I still think that they are not too sure
we goalkeeper trainer and nso a big factor to play in this because goalkeeper trainer no Robert Sanchez goalkeeper trainer or Brighton or Modena Chelsea.
No, I feel look Chelsea one winning their coaches. Technical director, sporting directors, no, they sit down and they take decision. Okay. What I say. So if Sanchez improve it, and I'm not sure that it is because of the goalkeeper's trainer. No, because of the fact that look, what we see in Sanchez, they still see hard any they know say if he can remove that
errors, yes,
from the game, he's a very good goalkeeper, very top-notch goalkeeper. What show say on the day? Why though at the beginning of the season, of course, Chelsea some point, but yet to me deny the fact that when Chelsea needed points the most, he was there to help Chelsea secure those points. What they see in him, no, perhaps and also experience. What I say, also experience Petrovic money.
Yeah.
What I say, so I think that's the reason why they are allowing him. Well, if Petrovic anyway they can sell him, so I can you bet me the BI then. I saw swap a year winger no I be away nafi bibia so to me ako eye e wo honum. Yan hwe ene games no.
Yes, and the games no. African interest ewo mu ye pan because of Mamelodi Sundowns so betimi enya a first win for Africa ewo ho. We share na River Plate any Red Diamonds. I think it's one game we'll see River Plate dominating pan because this your friend is saying teams coming from Japan mono e omo pesa physical football but when say these Argentinian South Americans no they come with physical type of play. So today we are going to see a good game. I think these two teams, social records are River Plate in the last 5 games coming into this tournament we win 3 and we about draw 2. And now Osha Red Diamonds are also we need 2 about draw 2 and we lose 1. This game would give us a lot of goals. River Plate or she goals. In the last 5 games we about average at least a goal per game. So a team bia Obama goals. Now Osha on the other hand Red Diamonds into a team bia they also concede. Into Osha in the last 5 games we about apart from 1 game no ball draw 0-0. Every game will consider a goal. So meaning this game a 1.5 or maybe a 2.5 air the back will be to me in this game. So me come and MYBET.AFRICA. This game me call for River Plate win or draw or River Plate win and also yellow cards of over 3.5 and now over 1.5 and so will game win. But the next game that is if any Fluminense any Dortmund. Okay. I think Chelsea interest kakra will have because of Thiago Silva obetimi Remeshia Dortmund. This will be one fixture. These two teams are high scoring teams. Very high scoring teams and they are on good form coming into this tournament. Fluminense in the last 5 games about draw once. We win it for Dortmund. And so picky a good form during the end of the season. It's been picky 5 wins out of 5. And then these two teams record omukwita Dortmund and lose in the last 7 games. The same as Fluminense or also lose in the last 6 games. So both teams are coming into this game with a bigger unbeaten record. But one thing I mean on Dortmund team say anytime they go into competitions like this or any European competitions their performance no show. So they like to put up a good way. So be a hot starter Fluminense a team bia in their last 6 games their last 7 games okay. 6 ultimately 2 goals per game. 2 goals per game. Inti for two team says I will come and MYBET.AFRICA. I bet me to Fluminense so be 2 goals. I bet me see. Dortmund in so last 6 games we average 3 goals per game. Inti over 2.5 ebra enyemwa. Over 2.5 likely say bet me abo e will game me mo pam. Now Dortmund any favorite on the day. You name him say European clubs playing against any other team. But South American clubs not chance say they can compete with the Europeans. Inti I wouldn't be surprised seeing yellow cards of over 3.5 in this game. But say me tipe a team to win, I'll go for Dortmund to win too. Say me come and MYBET.AFRICA, I'll go for Dortmund win or draw over 2.5 and also bookings of 3.5. The next game because AM Mamelodi Sundowns any All Saints HD. Mamelodi Sundowns Africa for only now or no I think they are getting an easy game in their first game. You will say Ali Ebo Inter Miami and Esperance in football Flamingo draw. But it will be a good game for Mamelodi Sundowns to be able to pick crucial points for this team. Mamelodi Sundowns on my last 10 games on Mabono, they've conceded just 1 goal. Into a team be on time conceded. Defensively they are very solid. And now All Saints for now. Omunzo lusu on my last 8 games. Omni foreign opponents emu 7 ome lusu. Into no any foreign opponent will be share any chrome for now. Omudo me chika femti. And fact any bibia ba kiti my friend Mamelodi Sundowns so bet me a winning this game. Say one thing met me can't a game win. Say surely we may see a both team to score. If say come MYBET.AFRICA both team to score at the back especially 2 teams will be able to say defensively they are solid. But surely a both team to score would happen in this game. I would go for Mamelodi Sundowns win or draw. Both team to score in this game and a corners over 7.5 on MYBET.AFRICA. Into any games never cost there. Goals the bet me PM. Opa any games bet me a konini na over 1.5. Bet me a ball easy on MYBET.AFRICA. Any games no bet me say second half 0.5 for all 3 games and also bet me about MYBET.AFRICA. And with 4 o'clock Dortmund, you better River Plate so at 7, then Mamelodi Sundowns and so Eddie at 10. I think the FIFA Club World Cup we are getting good fixtures. One thing I must study of FIFA Club World Cup, the goalkeepers are putting up a very good performance. And now in the last European Champions League share, goalkeepers are playing a vital role in their team. Sina Niedi Sanchez, Mone Petrovic, Unkomono. So if you have a good goalkeeper, you can go ahead and perform so well in the tournament. In TFC, so before the end of the tournament, their candidate they are doing so well, they can be the best goalkeepers of the tournament. In TFC, you be the first round of 16, quarterfinals more. Good performance from some of the quality goalkeepers in the world.
Okay, eguso a ete nkunya so ye hwese bibia betumi akoye honom. Yes, ye hwese ye betumi aye. Me no ka se abrantie na okun boxing organ ha ofri mu no. Penifo ahwa ma finally omo asene no to Nigeria. Sa afide na omo tumi aye reporter also omo ye nyina omo aye wie ma afi omo adeneko nendo Anthony Joshua ekuhia President Mahama and o chere say amanfo nsem a wokeka fa Ghana ho chere no mobile no nye no na wo ba be hu no na o very proud say waye na omo be hwe say a lot of boxing bout omo de be ba Ghana ha say President Mahama so promises said they would need a bigger arena for such a way. Inti yenhwe sa boxing issues we na fe yenye.
Yes, I think it's a good way ever from Anthony Joshua. Ye him say do baby enyo no pe, especially Europeans obi o abo Ghana din po a obeka say bi ampo a onim Ghana based on Asamoah Mike Lacy and any Zoom that is Azuma Nelson. So when they say timenya boxer no etimi aka say oba no things e bia no titifa Ghana ho na nya no aba be ho na wa impressed on nyamo aba be ho e nigye enede emakro no, meaning say these are opportunities for us, for our boxers. Ene yama on assurance say there will be a lot of promotions coming down a bit me abo mene. If you're a boxer na tajide ni also boxing ejuma ni crisis say abafem nyama ntimi nko ye ne GDA say there will be a lot of promotion, so you can also enter and also perform so well. With President Mahama on the Bukom Arena in Common Okan, I think it's something good. Na ye ni Arishimu bia here Azuma Nelson Isaac Kortemu performance or ma Danlad Ibrahim boxing ni arena bia Ghana has so enam so in a timinya an arena like that. I think there will be opportunities say betimi maybe I enlarge and maybe enya other boxing arenas a bit me aboama boxing as a fraternity in sports no etimi akonenim ni etimi enya young boys coming up a bit me ato ne ho say oh me wa hoden me was interest in boxing and person me de me ho shame ekon because me say Ghana e kuro bia me ko baby you be recognize me based on good talent and a good we experience the likes of Azuma mo etimi demonstrate e boxing mo.
Right, ti yeguswa yedeti enkunya so yeguswa ti yanhwe na matches bet no na fe yenye yanhwe na
yes and games e wo hopa and so be e kwa MYBET.AFRICA senior makan upe games etwa MYBET.AFRICA games my main call and me bet nim kakra e ma hwefo before that no memo bi acha say deposit no mo ye no uwura MYBET.AFRICA sisia na ye deposit we nya 10% extra account into we mu why deposit that is 100 Ghana cedis on MYBET.AFRICA ade sambo a on say e boa ma otimi nya extra 10 Ghana cedis e ma otimi twa bet mi say edu bia me ye bet na mpese mi sisem kakra senya nyama betimi akoye nti no e na MYBET for the aba e de boan nti ne me bet ni nie Borussia Dortmund any Fluminense game no me call Dortmund win or draw over 1.5 or and a River Plate any Red Diamonds River Plate win or draw and 1.5 and we Osan we your friends and Hondas FC any Mamelodi Sundowns win or draw and also 1.5 internet code no code na ahwefo betimi dia abo edi etwa bet we Y2YY MYBET.AFRICA oboko do shema ot na mabobo su na beba na wonso wetimi diska kakra den atayechi.
Okay, media no me call under 21 for no tournament no omugo so ekoso Portugal but only Georgia na ebo we hear Portugal performance or tournament are very very impressive. You know, Queen Damo, a Juma Moya or no den papa nti me cause Portugal be winning. France so Poland and never. Yeah, France as a more performance and share that year is biasa, but I'm tipping them to win. France win. Fluminense and Borussia Dortmund. You who say a South American teams are very strong when they meet any, especially the Europeans. I don't person chese or more quality on which my face. Hopefully we will see a Thiago Silva lead the defense for a Yabobukwa your friend from Nese. It's a gamer, yes, in as much as from Nese ever born home more than other. I see Borussia Dortmund say 1-3 at least obeshe a goal embromiensa inti 1-3 and a masalete oko aye the Algerian league na JS Kabylie kwa we one aye US Monster Genem enable JS Kabylie uko Algerian league na yeah kakra na bana bi one other first or person Algerian league no ti makoso game ni nyina no 1-3 the entire game ni nyina 1-3 ana CR Belouizdad omone MC Oran enable CR Belouizdad ebo home into home win. Aso Chief amune MC Oje enable Aso Chief ene MC Oje ene de ebo game ni nyina mako 1-3 Spain ene Italy oko under 21 hona Spain ni Italy bebo game ni nyina mako 1-3 ena JS Swara ene Parado AC almost one more a Algerian league no makose the entire game no 1-3 CA River Plate omone Orowa Red Diamonds enable makose River Plate for no beshe Orowa Red Diamonds and your club World Cup game then oko Mamelodi Sundowns any Osan Hyundai makose Mamelodi Sundowns win or draw ena ebo anajo 1 o'clock Inter Milan any CF Montreal ebebo makose Inter Milan 1-3 then Canada any Honduras ena ebo Gold Cup CONCACAF Gold Cup no ekoso de den nyasem keto akra it means US for Trinidad and Tobago for bom 5 anti papa ye friend no Pochettino team no omo to me after difficult games on boy in recent times no omo to me win impressively sa tournament na make kan wasem eno 2:30 in as game ne bekoso Canada any Honduras makose Canada 1-3 Canada home 1-3 into this me games me de aba honoma ye de ma na ye hwe ne musanke betumi de interview na etumi de aba Faisal Charweytey ane Ibrahim Danlad and to me up to now and to me anya de masunti no we ye hwe na ye nsore sunti my bet you know and I mean say what the way be here then egugu so ye hwe na ye ntumi amfa occupy time na aka
from Nazi any Dortmund game ebe koso no that is one game and my bet for air share se kwan bia so no bra na betwa ewo mo platform ne so na wonso etimi face scan te ne QR code na ebeda so no ubetimi scan o scan QR code na ubetimi dey register aye o deposit we
I think I'm ma out for
ma out yes
yeah
until no QR code na ba beda screen so na out no Feminazi 5.21 and na Dortmund 1.61 na me hu out we manage ye because me ko check baby na order mama Dortmund 1.4 ne 1.3
okay
1.6 dey mu edu we Sunday over 2.5 and over 1.5 san ka ho a we see kan mu ayedu pa QR code na wo screen so scanning unsi atro say boost your deposit extra 10 we earn extra 10% into scanning QR code ni register na your deposit pe deposit a him bia baby abenya extra 10% as aka no na MYBET.AFRICA e dey maw into wow your deposit ndi akwakotwe scan akwakotwa bet e scan no mo san di scan bi esa ma won chen senya obetim se bet ba ko na wadwen se na obetwa omama o scan ka ho nti fetwa mienu na wudi a wudi mu kese nti no na MYBET dey man apart from that say we ni njibo ho na casino ni virtual games na pa ene say bra na be come na oni omuntu aviator no ene be dane pilot MYBET.AFRICA ni nti register na unsu timi tu aviator
yeah no so me hu say o de where by no so no
yes nti aviator no emu ade yi pa enwumre ya me da wona me nya hwe sa na me bo nkakra sa wakuma mu na be hye but eye den a kwan bia so no be fisika eno na MYBET for my TRC say opese o join ni o ma scan code no na join aviator na oni o mo bebo ade ba kwa mo de ma say ukobo aviator obi bia hwe film mba mfika no wendi a waboka egu but MYBET.AFRICA for say get 5% cashback on lost tickets into aviator na wutwa na say no almost be ma 5% on lost tickets obebo no ma double your winnings with a 97% rate into aviator bi mo me madam for bi no say aviator some platform bi so cause o memiem bo a undi da na msi won register MYBET no twa or register no sika wa fa no na say wa sesa ni phone kranti no onso join ni o pese o sesa phone na scan QR code na da so no na onso register na aviator na enwumre ya pesca to o channel pa na kosa phone shop na fa kosa phone ewo
right nti aha ana edijuma de ni nyina ABC ene ade a nti me also ne de doors pa obetumi so ayi film ya obetumi ade ayi film na afi why ne kama na afi bibia so no etumi akoye ena yetumi fa live commentary name raw because games na wa ne nyina nhyeda anya yi biasa nyame adoma ochena games no ya yebehwe na afi ye de live commentary etumi de abroad na bibia etumi akoye ochena games no mamenhwe na afi membo so ya ochena Madrid ene be born Hilal 7 p.m. games no na ya adwen say ye de nyina be de be bra na afi bibia so no
watch along no
yeah we join watch along na afi bibia so no de enkoye oso ene virus na ehwema bibia so no etimi koye ha say oti Benedict nka me din di listo nyame adoma ye besa ehia ochena